Oh boy, would you look at that. Some of the first snow of the season, and it's still coming down. What do you think, Ginny Barncat? How's it going, cutie?
Yeah, Ginny, it's not a lot of snow, but it's definitely starting to fall. I think we should have snow most of the morning until I think around 11 or 12, it's gonna turn into rain. The farm is eerily quiet. Here are my large white farm dogs waking up from a nap. How are you guys doing, huh? How's it going, Abs? Oh, you feel nice and dry. That's good. Yeah, I think the dogs have been sleeping actually underneath the old quack house. The plan is this is going to be their winter housing. At least if I can convince them to use it as their winter housing. You know, it's actually pretty good. They've used it for a few years. This house over here is going to be the men's locker room. So I'm going to have Macho Man Randy Savage, Sly Stone, Meatloaf, and Elvis Presley. They're gonna be in this yard that's right behind me here, and that's actually gonna be where they're gonna be spending their time. I'll probably end up taking that door off the hinges because they're probably just gonna break it off if I don't. But they should be pretty good using this as their shelter and house as they need it, but usually they don't need it. Here's all my loud, cranky waterfowl. How are you guys doing? You know, I tried to lock them up into the hoop coop yesterday, but they didn't seem to want to go. They have shelter if they need it, but they seem to like to stay out just even in these shoulder seasons, and I'm not rushing them in. I feel like in years past, I've been very quick to rush through with getting various farm chores done and getting everything set for winter before the snow flies. But what I'm finding more and more is it's better to just get yourself in a position to be ready for those things, and then when it needs to happen, you can just kind of do it when it needs to happen versus rushing into it too early. Just because the winters here hit long and hard sometimes, and having the extra time out and about and not cramming them into their winter housing ahead of time, I don't know, I feel like it's better for the animal, and in some ways it's kind of better for me. We've had a bit of rain over the last few days, and so as you can see, the ducks and geese are definitely enjoying the pond, and so that's partially why I'm leaving them out as well. The bottom of that pond was pretty much bone dry, and I could see it pretty much for the entire month of September. Uh-oh, Toby dog, what's the matter? You got a little bit of ice in your paws? Yeah, Toby dog never likes having ice in his paws. Aw, good Abby dog. Particularly the wet, clumpy snow like we're having right now. That has a tendency to get stuck in their paws, and they don't like that. And so I have a special treatment to take care of it. The goatois have been noticeably silent. What's going on, goats? Hey, Bluey. How are you doing? Hey, Telemachus. Hey, Bingo. Hey, Barnacus. Hey, Lauren. Hey, girls. How's it going? Everybody's nice and warm and cozy here in the goat barn, but I do think I want to put down some fresh straw this morning. You know, for pretty much all the animals, but especially the goats, fresh straw plays 3 different roles. Number 1, it actually serves as comfortable bedding for them that they can lie down on and relax on. Number 2, it actually helps keep them warm and dry. So because they're in this nice covered space, yet they don't have a ton of insulation and thick fur like my Scottish Highlands. My Scottish Highlands have their very thick coats which insulate them, but these goats, as you can kind of see here, Bingo's coat is getting shaggier than it was, but it's never going to be a Scottish Highland coat. Bluey's coat is actually even thinner than Bingo's. Actually, no, they're about the same. It just looks a lot slicker because it's black. But then when you compare it to Barnacus, he's nice and fluffy, and he's shaggy. Even my big galoot Larn, he's nice and shaggy too. And so while they've been growing their winter coats, the straw helps keep them insulated and warm. And then the third reason is they will poop in here, and as I pile up the straw, it covers up the poop. That poop and straw lasagna that we're making in here will turn into fabulous compost. Basically, I'll just leave it in here, keep making piles. As long as I keep the fresh bedding on top, it actually keeps them healthy and out of their poop. And then come springtime, I will pull all of that out of there, and we'll use it for places like the garden or in our trees. Oh no, Bluey. Looks like your hay feeder's pretty much empty. Here, there's some last dregs of it in here. Let's pull this up so you get to it. There you go. I know, but you're running a little thin, so we'll get you some more hay right now. All right, you guys, I got some fun stuff for you. So I've got some kitchen scraps here. We got leftover banana and a banana peel, as well as we had some parsnips for dinner last night, so we have parsnip skins. Let's see who likes what. All right, Abby, I know you're not gonna be satisfied. Toby, you're not gonna be satisfied until you see that you're not gonna like Abby, you're not gonna like the banana peel. I know this for a fact. See, you didn't even like it. Oh no, Toby. You girls wanna try some banana? Oh, I know Bluey loves banana. Bingo doesn't really like banana, but Bluey loves banana, and especially banana peel. Yeah, she like forsakes the actual leftover banana that was there because she just wants to scarf the entire peel. Okay, Toby, you wanna try it? Toby, you wanna try it? No? You just want petting? Okay. Oh, Bluey likes parsnip skins too. Let's see if Bingo likes parsnip skins. Can I interest you in some parsnip skins? Yeah, you like those? Oh. This makes me so happy. Ow! Don't eat my hand. Yeah, it is pretty stinking adorable to see what they like to eat. Telemachus, you want that leftover banana? No? Doesn't look like anybody wants that leftover banana. It'll probably have to wait for like a chicken somewhere to walk by and find it, and then they'll eat it. No, Abby, I just don't think you like bananas. Trust me. Good morning, Captain Janeway. Good morning, Pingu. Good morning, Deb. I come bearing treats for the weird chickens. Let's see what you like. Now it's time for a weird chicken moment of zen. How are you doing on this fine winter morning, Ron Swanson? Good to see you, girl. You know, it's funny. She sort of putters around here like the old lady duck of the farm. Like that was a role that used to belong to Jemima Puddle Duck. Nowadays, I feel like Ron Swanson's assumed it. Even though actually Greta, who's one of the ducks in the flock there, she is my oldest duck on the farm. She was actually one of the original khaki Campbells I got in, I guess it was June of 2018, which feels like forever ago. But yeah, so she's the oldest duck on the farm. Ron Swanson was born, I guess, let's see, it was the winter of 2020. So like March or April of 2020. And actually, I think technically Ron Swanson's mom, I'm not sure if she's actually her mom, but either she's her mom or she's aunt, is still here too, and she's older than Ron too. She was born in 2019. I don't think I mentioned this in a video yet, but so we had two purebred Cayuga ducks on the farm. We had jerk duck and generic duck. And they were actually some neighbors of mine, got them. They realized that as the winter was coming that it was probably not the best place for them because like the other ducks were getting picked off left and right. And they asked if I would mind taking them. And I said, sure. And at the time it was sort of like, they weren't sure if it was like gonna be like a rental or a long-term thing. They saw how happy both of the girls were here. And so I ended up keeping them. And if you look at my current duck flock right now, a lot of them are the descendants of those two girls. Like Ron Swanson, who's over there, is a descendant. But then pretty much all the black ones or partially black ones are descendants. You can actually still see jerk duck back there. She is, I guess, the second oldest in the flock. But sadly, when I was doing my duck roundup this fall for butchering, like I would have kept her, but I couldn't find generic duck. Like I just don't know where she got to. I had seen her like probably 2 weeks earlier and just like noticed her. And like, you know, you're not taking a tally every single day. Yeah, I felt like about 2 weeks before I brought them in was the last time I very clearly remembered seeing her. Yeah, I don't know, she's gone. But sometimes when you have poultry in particular, that happens. And while you can have ducks and chickens that live like 10 years or 20 years, the reality is when they are living the life of livestock on a farm like this, after about 5 years, their odds of survival start to drop off just a little bit. You know, like when you're thinking about it, right? Like when you first hatch birds and you have birds in their first week, you have probably your highest chance of mortality and losing one of them because, you know, they're just young, they're weak, they're tiny, there's so many things that can go wrong with them. But then as the birds get older, pretty much after like the second week of age, all the way up to like about 5 years old, their survivability rate is extremely high and honestly, usually getting culled is the more likely thing that's gonna get them, meaning me, the farmer, had to make the decision for them to go. But once you have an animal that hits 5 years, it's sort of like all bets are off and kind of the way I've been doing it very unscientifically is at this point, if a bird hits that 5-year mark, I will keep them regardless.
And so that's why you'll see birds like Greta and Jerk Duck and Ron Swanson and like Pingu the chicken. Like they're all 5-year-old plus birds, and you know, that makes me want to keep them around.
What are you doing, you little puppies? I swear, you girls are like the ugliest beagles I have ever seen. You know, growing up, I had a pet dog that was a beagle, and he was actually very much colored like Bluey is. I actually tell that story in my new book, Dirt Rich Living. I tell sort of the story of that dog whose name was Barkley, but of course also in that book I tell the story of how Toby Dog ended up on the farm and what that really meant to us, as well as, and I think this is actually gonna be one of the most interesting chapters for a lot of people, I talk about Abby Dog and her struggles and the challenges I faced and like the battle I had with the breeder and all the drama that came with that, as well as what I ultimately did to get her into a pretty good place as a farm dog. And speaking of which, actually that reminds me, there's a package that came yesterday that I want to open up and show you guys.
Ta-da! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. I'm so super excited about this.
So I was just talking about the new book, and here it is. So exciting. And if I open it up, it's actually not my book. It's a Fugazi. So they're actually starting to do the print runs right now. And that's why actually if people pre-order, it sends a signal for them to print more so that when it's on release, there's more available. So every pre-order helps. But my publisher did say that they were gonna send me some book jacket covers so that like when I make a video talking about it, like I just did to you guys, I have like at least a prop to show, which I don't know, if you've ever had the inside view of like the publishing world, that is kind of generally how it works. And so yes, my first copy of the book jacket. The book itself is coming out this winter, and I'm super excited about it. I think you guys are gonna be excited about it too. You know, Ginny, it really is all about the story of how the farm started and how we ended up where we are. Ginny is definitely mentioned in it. Actually, there's a whole chapter about her mom, Molly Murder Mittens. And yes, I'm super excited to share it with you. There will also be an audio version that I'm actually gonna start recording, I think next week, as well as a digital version. But if you can order the print copy, like, and I know times are tough, so if it's too hard for you, don't feel guilty. But like, if you can order a print copy, it means the world to me. And yeah, I'm super excited about this. But what I'm not super excited about is riding my bike up to the top of the hill to go do the cattle chores. No way, Abby Dog. I am sorry, I cannot let you out here. After the mischief you got into last time, I gotta figure out a plan B with you. Sorry, Toby, I'm gonna hold you back as well. Even though I know it's breaking his friggin' heart. You know, as I'm looking out here across the cold and frozen tundra, I am not seeing my shaggy cattle. I wonder where they could be. All right, check this out. I think the second they heard me coming, they came a-running. So they now have access to the full pasture. I'm still feeding them hay up here. They're eating down the stubble. I don't know if this snow's gonna stick or not, but who knows? I might move them down in a day or two. I mean, if it melts off, which the forecast says it will, then I'll probably keep them up here for a little bit longer. But if it doesn't, I'm gonna have to get them down into their winter yard, lickety split. And admittedly, I've got a couple of last minute updates I have to make to their winter yard, so I gotta get on that. But I will say it is nice to see that my cattle know me. When they hear me, they come a-coming, even if they come a little too aggressively sometimes. Hello, Crew to Moo. Hey, Macho Man, how's it going, buddy? How's it going, Boss Cow? Good to see everybody, it really is. You can see they start to make little trails where they prefer to walk, particularly when there's snow. Not do quite single file, because Annabelle's out of step, but for the most part, they all try to fall in line. Isn't that right, baby bee? Oh, you're my sweetheart. Oh, I gotta say hi to my buddy. Hey, pal, hi. How's my gentle giant? How are you doing, bud? Good to see you. Love you, Macho Man. That bull was such a good freaking decision. I remember I was so nervous about the idea of getting a bull and the risks, and there are risks. But yeah, now that I've had him, I'm glad I have him, and I want to keep him here for a while. And so you'll probably actually see me trading out second generations in favor of keeping him here longer. I know, girls, your water trough is completely full. It's ready to go. I just filled it up for you. But you're on the wrong side of the fence. You got to go around. Let's see if I can even show them how to go around. I think they know, but sometimes they get stuck on weird corners and stuff. Hey, Kels, come on, Kels, fresh grass, come on. That's a bloody lie. Actually, the main thing I came up here today to check is to see if they still have hay. Looks like they've got a little bit left. I want to have them eat these scraps down because I don't want to leave too much hay on the ground. That for me is like actually a problem for good pasture health. Let's see if I can get them to come down this way. Come on, Kels, come on. Let's go. Let's go. The boss cow has the right idea. I see her coming. So what's interesting is you can actually see the warmth of the water line against the snow. Like it actually just melts it all. The water line is shut off back here and I actually drained it the other day, but it's definitely running down here. I had it running and so it melted off a lot of that snow. You coming? Well, maybe Ariel and Macho Man will show them what to do. Oh, you don't like it when there's a challenge to your leadership. I know how it is. Come on, Audrey, come on. All right, now they got it figured out. See, once one of them goes, the rest of them kind of figure out the path, unless they get confused and they see us going in the wrong direction. Look at Macho Man bellowing out at his kingdom. Give a yell, buddy. Woo! He's looking at me like, what the heck? All right, see, Audrey knows how to get to the water side. I don't know, Annabelle. You're a sweetheart, but you're not necessarily a thinker. Hey, Elvis Presley, you gonna let me pet you? No, 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 no. Any human touch is uncomfortable to the Charlet. So as you can see over here, there's plenty of hay still. So I'm definitely not feeding them today. Might not even feed them tomorrow. Yeah, they got plenty of hay and there's even another little mini pile over there. I feel like I'm genuinely trying to soak up my time up here on the pasture with the cattle right now because it's probably only gonna be a few short days when I won't be able to do this for, I don't know, another 6 months or so, 7 months maybe. I feel like the more that I've done annual cycles of farming and learn kind of the rhythms of the year, the more I stop to appreciate and savor these little moments because I know that it's gonna be a while before I get another one, and I know just how fleeting they can actually be. Hey you guys, I come bearing a gift of hay. Hey, 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 Barnacus, get out of there. Okay, here you go. Spread it around so everybody gets some. This is why we have hay feeders like this. This way the whole gang can eat, even if Barnacus likes to be a hog and get in the middle of it all. Look at my little Bluey just nibbling away down there. Oh, isn't she such a sweetheart? Oh, Bingo, you wanna get in there too? Go for it. Excuse me, senor. I need that straw, please. I know you might think it's a comfy little seat, but I'm gonna need to take it from you, guy. Hey, Abby Dog, you wanna help me spread the bedding for the goats? This is like Abby's favorite job. She loves to spread bedding, isn't that right?
I think that might be one of your favorite parts of winter, Abby. Yeah, hang on. Let me just open it up. Hang on. Hang on. I know. There we go. Let's get to work, Abs. I said get to work, not take a nap. Oh, Abby, I can't be mad at you. You're too gosh darn adorable. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this update from the farm. Gonna keep getting some things done before the rain comes. And I'll be back again real soon with another video. Thanks for watching, everybody.